Hi everyone, my name is Raven from the blog/website, Instagram, and channel by the name of DIYR VEN. I wanted to come on here today and actually talk a little bit about my sewing plans, but before that, I figured I was like, you know what, like next time I do a video, how about, or each video, I think I'm gonna try to like maybe wear something that I've made. I don't care how great it is or not great. Um, I'm originally from Houston, and that's where my parents live, so some of my makes are probably there. Some I have gotten rid of, but any that I do have and brought here, I'd like to at least have them on camera and then maybe talk a little bit about them. I think that would be at least quasi interesting. And if you don't think so, let me know. Maybe I'll change it up and decide, I mean, as much as I can. Anyway, so this yellow jacket is actually the first jacket or blazer that I made. This was in early 2010, so I guess the spring semester 2010. I had decided to take an actual class at the fashion program at Houston Community College, which actually Chloe Dow, the first winner of the very first Project Runway, she graduated from that school. So it's definitely no knock on community colleges. At that time I had lost my job during a layoff, during like 08, 09, depending on how old you are. You may have remembered that. And I knew I had kind of thought about sewing for a bit, and I had started running my own blog, just taking clothes from like stores and things, and even if they were like too big, I would try to whittle them down to my size, like stuff on sale, and just kind of being scrappy with it, and had taken a class or two. Anyway, blah blah blah, long story short, took two semesters, basically like an intro, like ready to wear sewing class. Like basically they took you from having no sewing experience at all to, by the end of it, I think this was our last project, which was an unlined blazer or jacket. For the class, whenever we did any like clothing type items, because I think we also did a skirt, and I don't know where that is. I know that's not with me. But I learned a whole lot, and we were working on industrial machines. So we were working on Jukies, and they were serious. They were huge. They were like already on the table. Remember, they had like oil reservoirs. They were like serious with like motors. Like, just like I remember the lightest tap of like your foot on the pedal, this thing would just go, and it had like no markings on the bed or the throat plate. I hope I'm saying that right. So after a while, you just kind of like knew where 3/8, ½ inch kind of was, like in general. But anyway, yeah. So this jacket here. What I was trying to remember was, we just would make. We would make these items off of a block. So they just gave us the pattern pieces I forgot the name of the paper though. It's like a cardboard. It's like a sloper, and we would all trace it. And I think it was like just a size 8. So this wasn't to fit anyone. It was just so we could like step through the process of actually making our first jacket or blazer. And so we could pick our textile of choice. I picked like this yellow kind of like, it was springtime, so this kind of yellow linen, so it was loud and proud. And actually the reason why I chose this to wear today was because we are coming into spring. I wanted to kind of like share some of the uh, the ideas that I was kind of having for spring. Now, I am not the best, I guess, like seasonal sewist, or I'm trying to get better about planning, but I'm not trying to worry about seasonal planning as much as like just sewing for like the things that I'm in the mood for and that I like. And so I've been pretty big on like just grabbing samples, or excuse me, ordering samples online. And everything that I've been gravitating toward has been like loud and proud as far as like prints go. Um, been bright colors, but all in the family of like orangey tones. So that's also why I grabbed for this too. So I guess let me just show you the first thing that I've made so far that I will definitely be explaining in another video because I will be doing a pattern review on this. So this is the York Pinafore out of this tropical, it's the pocket here, tropical faux linen fabric. At least that's what Joann's Fabric calls it. Oh, I have my little tag there. So this is, I didn't get a sample of this first. I just went ahead and just went for it. I got this fabric off of joanns.com. They call their faux linen, which is just a mix of, it's a poly rayon mix, so I think it's 30% rayon, 70% polyester. So it's a kind of a little heavier weight. As you can see, it's white on the back, and it is like a little bit thicker, so making bias tape to go around the armhole and the neckline was a little bit of a challenge. But yeah, I'll just stop there. I just mostly wanted to show you the print, and if you want to see me actually in it, and you can't wait till my video because I know I could be a little slow on the videos, you can look at it on my Instagram, which is the same handle at DIYR VEN. So that is fabric choice number one, just busting out into spring, right? Okay, so that's that. So the next fabric I'll show you is from Mood. This is also one that I did not get a sample for first because Mood was like having this like major sale on the designer Rag and Bone. So when I saw this, I just fell in love with it. It's loud and proud. It's a tangerine. It looks really fired up, I think, because of the light. And it has that, it's like a rayon sateen, or satin. And so you're getting that sheen right now. So I'll show another picture. But this, I got 3 yards of for this McCall 7591. It's a long maxi with a slit, and I think that's going to be really pretty and beachy. I'll probably insert a picture of that pattern so you can see it a little better. But so yeah, I'm kind of working on that one right now. I'm just actually testing out on some scrap fabric how it's kind of like I read some reviews like on Pattern Review, and they were saying how like, so like kind of like this, like one side kind of laps with the other to kind of make that little detail, little kind of keyhole looking detail. And some people were just saying that like, wow, it was just like way too much fabric, like it drooped too much or whatever like that. So I'm kind of making a little bit of a 12 first, at least of the top part. I'm just going to go for what I know with the bottom. I'm just going to assume that it'll be okay. But I'm checking that, and then, I don't know, and I got matching thread, and the thread is like on point, so I'm really, really excited about this. It's just, everything in me has just been like oranges and brights, and it's just, I can't even help it. Okay, so I also have another McCall's pattern. It's McCall's 7473. I think this is a pattern that actually I bought last year. It has a lot of really cute tunic patterns, but I will be doing view D. So I think this right here, I think that hits like a little below your waist. So I'll definitely be wearing it with jeans, but it cuts on the sides, I think kind of really high, like about here. So it's, and I'm gonna be doing it in this is 100% rayon. So it's extremely flowy. I got ordered from Joann's Fabric. Another one I didn't bother to get samples for, but it's really lightweight. I was originally gonna do that I was gonna do this fabric and create something else, but it was so light. I was like, you know what? This is a pattern that I had planned to use, I think last year, and I never did, and I really like to use it for this season. So hey, something in black, something really dark. Oh. Okay, and last but not least, because I could technically go on, but I'll just stop here. So I'm just gonna show you a couple samples that I got from Mood. This one is a sweet potato solid organic cotton twill. So again with the orange, but it's a really nice weight. There's a pattern, I think that's by Paper in Theory. It's a pant. I'll just put it right here so you can see it. But I was kind of maybe thinking that was cool, or Palisade pants. That the short or the long trousers would be really cute in that fabric. Basically, all three of these samples that I'm showing you, I really liked, but I'll save the best one for last. This one is a orange and navy zigzag stretch cotton sateen. I just love this print so much. I mean, I've just been into like onesies and jumpsuits all season. Just for the entire year, I can just live in some jumpsuits. So I think this would be actually another cool Palisade pant, or like maybe a Zadie jumpsuit. Like, where am I gonna get all this money, you guys? Where? Okay. And then the last and not least, I think I mentioned in my last video or the video before that, when I was talking about the resolutions, how I was really looking forward to making a swimsuit this year. So at first I wasn't even going to show this on camera, but I mean, who are y'all going to tell? So this is it's called Yellow Houses UV Protective Compression Tricot with Aloe. Anyway, it's a swimsuit weight and stretchy material, but I don't have the pattern on hand nearby to show you, but and you may be looking at this like you don't think much of it, but I think this will be a wonderful one-piece swimsuit. So I've never made a swimsuit before. I already plan on like probably getting some fabric that's similar, you know, to this, and making like a muslin first. But yeah, I don't know what it is about. Maybe it's the colors, but these houses and everything are just so adorable. I think it's gonna look great as it's a swimsuit. You guys ever do that? Like just put the samples up to yourself? Anyway, I think that's always super helpful. Anyway, so that's everything pretty much in a nutshell. So my videos are always longer than I expect them to be, so if you made it this far, hey, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope this was fun. I plan to try to you know, push out a video every Friday, so okay, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy sewing. Bye.